Look. As I represent the game in a way that can't be challenged, and delegate the comments of hate that can't be managed. I was told once, roll my shoulder like blunts and don't get touched, but my skin tough and thicker than Miss Biz butt. So guess what? I'ma talk my shit and just win once. Throw uppercuts and bone breakers, a needle and haystack with hate makers. I throw mines, don't hide behind my straight right. I show mine and show no the blow by the blow, bro. I blow mines.
You out so cool.
Yes, up off. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is. It's Fact Friday, baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz The Adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Sully, PK1. What's going on with you? Oops. All right, man. Look, first, I want to say this. You know what? On this Facts Friday, bro, weirdo. Thank you so much. Shout out to you. I know what you're talking about, brother. On this Facts Friday, we're gonna have to rewind. Let me tell you, there's a lot of comments I'm getting. People were not done with my. With my snack talk. Hold on. Let's play that snack with my snack talk.
The illegal performance-enhancing drug program that you created for her?
The clear, EPO, growth hormone, and insulin.
What impact did the illegal performance-enhancing drugs have on Mosley?
The reason you take EPO is to increase your recovery between rounds and give you stamina at the end of the fight. And that was the reason that we were doing it. And it seemed to work like planned. And I basically showed him specifically how to inject EPO. You take half of it and put it in one side of your belly button, and the rest you put into the other side. It's very difficult to learn to forgive yourself. The media questions why the athlete would trust me, why the athlete would work with me. I really enjoy being in the trenches working with athletes, and it's just a part of my past, and that will be with me for the rest of my life. It's something that I don't think that I will ever completely overcome this. It's a challenge on a daily basis, and of Balco and what happened there. I mean, some consider that to be the 9/11 of sport.
And you a drug cheat. I take a Robitussin that helps with lactic acid, so it helps you get focused and zoned in and get you that extra bump for those tough ones.
Just make sure you're not cheating. Make sure there's no cheating going on, my boy.
Don't worry about me cheating.
Hey, man, I seen it, I'm just saying, don't cheat me, my boy. I don't like cheaters, man.
Now, I have a lot of you guys very angry DMing me. There's a lot of people I'm not going to expose their names as well. DMing me, ShowBizz, they didn't fail anything. And I just want to let you guys know that y'all missed the point. Y'all missed the point. The point wasn't if they failed anything. It was about the hypocrisy of the fans. But we'll get to that. Also, we got to rewind. There's a lot of Tyson Gypsy King Fury fans saying now, ShowBizz The Adult, you and your community, the war room, is hating Tyson Gypsy King Fury, saying that he's not an all-time great fighter. We'll get to that too. But first, what we have to do the film study. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, and Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. That's what you have to say. I literally just finished yesterday's video. That's hilarious. Happy Facts Friday, Biz. Absolutely. What else we got? And let me ask you guys something. I know you guys got a lot on your plate. I know it's very difficult to do. Sometimes you forget. But every time you walk up in the war room, you're going to have to do us all a favor in this community to help build this channel. And that's hit the like.
Hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those.
ESPN needs to hire this guy ASAP. Thank you so much. Let me see what else. Bruh, who cares? Let's get to the fights. You missed the show there. You must miss the beginning of the show. Brendan B. I'm speaking about it because everybody cared. Just say, I don't care. But everybody else, many people care. That's why I'm going to revisit these things. Get those likes up. Absolutely. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with Katie Taylor. Let's start with the receipts. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, and why I think Amanda Serrano KOs Katie Taylor. Here are the receipts. Receipts, motherfucker! So, I think Amanda Serrano will KO Katie Taylor to become the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. That's right, man or woman. I know, we're going to revisit that too. I know that gets under a lot.
Good morning, morons. I just wanted to tell you how dumb and pathetic your boring sport of boxing is. What a dumb sport to have Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez and Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor competing against each other. If this was the UFC, they'll both be on the same card. But boxing is so idiotic that they are competing against each other. What kind of dumb sport is boxing? Now you idiots gotta scramble about to see which card you wanna watch. While us brilliant UFC fans, who obviously are fans of a better sport, would get something like this all on the same pay-per-view. Wisen up, morons, and come over to the UFC. Okay, shit room, you can go back to this pathetic show from ShowBizz The Adult.
You're so rude, bro. You're so rude. If you want a segment, I give it to you. You ain't got to interrupt me every time I'm about to start cooking. You're so damn rude. Make valid points, but you don't have to be an asshole. And that's the black, no sugars. Still on my little diet. Okay, hold on. Let me see what you have to say. You are to boxing what Stephen A. is to basketball. I see that as just a huge compliment. I look up to that brother. There's many brothers that really paved the way for voices like myself. So absolutely. Thank you so much. Sadate. Okay, man, look, before we get into it, somebody requested that we give it up for the Varnell Hill box.
Bring our lips with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. Kiss a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The Varnell man can shaboing boing.
All right, did you eat pizza last night? Yeah, like I said, I cheated last night. Okay, so let's get to it. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. Here's why I think Amanda Serrano knocks out Katie Taylor. Here's the receipts. Now look at Katie Taylor, okay? Wonderful fighter. I mean, one of the greatest fighters of all time. Look at her footwork. I love how she creates distance at times. Look at how she can just cover ground at times. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the footwork, how she back up and then she hit with that combo, funky combo. But let me tell you the issue. Right here. It's coming up right there. Sometimes Katie Taylor, too often, throw arm punch flurries from a strange distance, and sometimes she ends it from a strange distance, a little too far away. There she go, doing it again. And what is she open for with that right hand that she stretches all the way out? What is she open for? What? Oh my goodness. The left uppercut to the body or left hook to the body. She's open for a body shot. Katie Taylor does this all the damn time. She throws her flurries from too far away, or she ends it a little too late. And their arm punches a lot from the shoulders. And she is fully extended like Manny Pacquiao, but not as fast, not as powerful, definitely not as powerful, with not as good athleticism and feet, making her open for a body shot. Check out Katie Taylor. She does it a lot. She does it to bother her fighter, and she does it to get out of trouble. It's like an instinct, a Clarissa Shields type of instinct. I'm serious. She's good shooting a jab, setting the tone. She's great on the inside when she starts getting rough. But there's a mid-ground where she initiates the punches with long flurries, kind of like Clarissa Shields, but less slappy. Clarissa Shields is more slappy. Katie Taylor throws them straight, but she jumps in too far, making it easy to time. Or she ends it too late when she's getting out of trouble. Let me see what you have to say. Lifeless saying boxing is a dumb sport. Meanwhile, UFC champions calling out boxers for payday. 100% hit Tyson Bell. Huh? Very true. Very true. It's very true. I would just like to see Katie smile for once. Ha! She's a tough cookie. Everybody, please go to ShowBizTheAdult.com. A wink for the link, okay? We'll talk about how I'm betting. We're going to go to Relevnt today at 6 o'clock. We're going to place bets for these fights, all right? So, my thing is, the question is, can you do that against Amanda Serrano and get away with it? Katie Taylor, not that much of a power puncher either. Can you get away with it? Well, let's see. Uh-oh. Did you see how she counted right there? Stretch, bam. Oh, that was to the ball sack. But, I mean, you get what I'm saying. Chasing her. Throwing those punches too far. Bam. Uh-oh. Wait a second. I got to take a shit. Huh? Throwing those, ended too late. Throwing those arm punches. Amanda Serrano taking that step back. Muscle memory, knowing to dig to the body. Wait a second. What happened here? She's been aggressive, and then she responds. Boom, boom. Uh-oh. What she hit her with? Stretch right hand, left hook to the body. Oh, no. Another body shot, knockdown, knockout. Who does she think she is? Errol the True Spence? Shit time. It's time to take a dump. Look at her. She got to take a dump. Yeah, I know. I've had that feeling before. Hershey squirts. It is Amanda Serrano's reaction with her feet and her combinations to see what you're doing while you're stretching out there to go boop and put one in the bank. The thing is, Amanda Serrano, 68% knockout, right? Her knockout percentage at 68%, that's pretty high for women boxing. And a lot of them to the body. It's her instincts to do it that way. Boom, 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 bam. Katie Taylor, boom, 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 stretching out. I'm not saying it's going to be a one-punch Hershey squirt, but if Katie Taylor keep doing that, she could do it again and again, and eventually Hershey squirt. Let me see. Maybe it's me, but I don't see boxing in BUSR.com. Just search it. Let me see. Biz, I was watching Eddie Hearn interview DAZN and ESPN. Been talking Katie Taylor versus Serrano won't overlap. Shakur versus Oscar. Katie Serrano first. I also need that MJ. That was beautiful news because I didn't know for sure. Beautiful news. And what I need to do is ask myself, what am I waiting for? Beautiful, beautiful work. So look. Her nickname is the real deal for a reason. Right. Amanda the Truth Serrano. Let me tell you something else about this fight. This fight has broken the record for most pre-sales in MGM. What is that, MGM, right? or is that MGM? I forget. No, it's not an MGM. Where is it? Madison Square Garden. It has broken the record for pre-sales. It's number 2. It's breaking records. And it's a women's bout. It's a women's bout. It is the biggest women's bout of all time. The biggest women's bout of all time. Rightfully so. And appreciated by the people. And appreciated by the people. Katie Taylor came over to the States. She's the undisputed champion. Kiss my ass. She came over to the States. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, lightweight, ranked number 1 and number 2, fighting each other for all the marbles. Embarrassing men boxing. Embarrassing men boxing. Cross the street, my ass. Jake Paul, Eddie Hearn had no problem. This is for everything. The biggest fight in women's history. No problem. Let me see. War Room, what up? It's Friday, baby. Biz, what up? I can't wait for tomorrow. 100%. Which is why, if Amanda Serrano beats Katie Taylor, she's the best fighter in the world today, pound for pound, number 1. If Amanda Serrano beats Katie Taylor, she's pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world. Number 1 show. Happy Friday. Thank you so much. And that's the Facts Friday. Sausage. Amanda beats Katie. Do you have her over Clarissa Shields? Number 1 pound for pound in the world. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because she's a woman? Why not? Why not? Because you don't like women? You don't appreciate women athletes? You're going to start some stuff. Canelo's number 1. No, not over Amanda Serrano. You tripping. Why? Why? Because you don't appreciate women athletes? Because they only fight 2-minute rounds because of the rules in women boxing. Because it's 2-minute rounds. That's the reason why. That's it. Not who they're fighting, not what's going on, because you don't value the 2-minute rounds. That's enough. That's it. That's your answer? Or are you trying to come up with as many reasons that is not, I just don't appreciate women boxing? Which one is it? Are you let me try to find something that is not me actually saying I don't appreciate women warriors? I would respect you more if you said I just don't value women boxers. I would respect you more instead of trying to come up with all these different reasons outside of saying that. I just want the war room, those in the war room, to just say it. I just need you to just say it, damn it. Say it. This is a town hall meeting. Say it. LJ. We woo, 100%. Say it. Reaching. No, say it. You're scared. Say it. Say what you mean from your gut. I don't like women in sports. Say it. I don't value women boxers. Say it. Just say it. Come on. That's the answer. Biz, I'm really happy these women get into the bag. Love to see it. On top of that, they're doing something men aren't doing, which is why I keep saying to fans, or I'm sorry, not fans, fan boys, to stop hurting yourselves. If we don't applaud what these women are doing, making history, if we don't applaud that and value that high enough, as much as we value men, we're hurting ourselves. Because a message, what is being sent by these hungry women today, what is being sent, men aren't doing it. Because of you, fans. Hey, these women aren't breathing down your necks. Don't worry about it. No matter what they do in the history of the sport, no matter what they do in the history of them, women boxing, no matter how great they get, now, no matter how good they fight, we're not going to value them. Y'all can, almost said the D, y'all can piss us around like y'all been doing forever because nobody is threatening you. Huh? Make sure you go to Relevnt. We can have this conversation. We can have this conversation. The link is in the description box. Hit the link, go over to Relevnt, become a member. Because pound for pound weight, and they can't beat most men in their weight class. Idiot. Men and women aren't allowed to fight each other. A woman's middleweight isn't a man's middleweight. I don't know how many times I got to say that. So it's women's middleweight. Men and women can't fight each other. So women amongst women, men amongst men. Right? No? Fanboyism is a hell of a disease. 100%. These women can't beat 90%. Hey, dummy. We're not talking about men versus women. Look, Inoue can't beat Dillian White, but he's greater. Can Inoue beat 90% of the heavyweights? But we rank them. We can rank them all together. Inoue can't beat 100% of the heavyweights. But somehow Inoue is over Jared Anderson. He can't beat him in a fight. Y'all know what I'm saying. Just say you don't respect women. Boxing is boxing, whether men, women, or kangaroos. Thank you so much. Why don't they compare? Women boxing is like the WNBA. I said it. Right. And if a woman basketball player in the WNBA is breaking records like you've never seen before, you should be able to say the greatest basketball players of all time and add a woman. That's right. I agree. You missed that. He's praising them. Okay. Facts. Wow, yes. I'm sorry if I misunderstood it. It happens. I don't respect women. There you go. Just don't tell my wife. There you go, BK. Stand up. I also agree. Boxing, UFC, you can't discredit their abilities. You read the other message wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize again. What else we got? Rose Namajunas. They both are great in their own right, but they shouldn't compare. It's not fair for women. What are you talking about? Why not? It's not fair for you to devalue them. Women are warriors just like men. Me saying that Amanda Serrano is the #1 fighter in the world is no fair. Huh? That's true, Biz, but men competing has more athleticism. But women are competing against women. How about this? This is my last point, and then we're going to move on because we're not going to make it all about this. But this is the Facts Friday. This is my last point. I'm going to move on, okay? Are you guys saying that Amanda Serrano, Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor, their opposition is just not high enough for them to be appreciated as much as a Canelo Alvarez. Terrence Bud Crawford. Is that what you're saying? More so skill set, Biz. How you just showed Katie Taylor showing wild punches from a terrible distance. No one in the men top 5 pound for pound is doing that. Okay. So let me break it down for you, Jairus. Let me break it down for you. Let me ask you this. Then keep them separate. Never. Not in my all-inclusive list. Is Sam Langford one of the greatest fighters of all time, pound for pound? Is Sam Langford one of the greatest fighters, pound for pound, of all time? Absolutely. Yes. How about Jack Johnson? Sure. How about Jack Johnson? Yes. Yes. Jack Johnson fighting like this. How is that one of the greatest fighters of all time? You sit right there, Busy Beats, and think about what you just said. We're going to let this sit. Busy, I'm going to wait for you. You don't get what you just said? You don't get what you just said? Just give me a yes or no. Give me a hell yeah. Do you get what you just said? Got him. He stepped in his own trap. Sure did. Oh. What if women boxing is at its infancy stages and Amanda Serrano is a pioneer? Or you can only see that because you can only see a pair of balls. Pound for pound lists are opinions based on various interpretations of hopefully factual data variations. So, of course, women should be included. Thank you, chick. Hit the Tyson bell. And Wolf. Jack Dempsey, Jack Johnson, all those boys. Tom Molyneux, Tom Cribb. There's not just one. Right, idiot? There's many pioneers. Clarissa Shields, Ann Wolf, Amanda Serrano. You get it? Let me see. What else we got? Flex on it. See. Pow! Hit the Tyson bell. ShowBizz, I understand what you're saying, but I think it's difficult to rank women number one in the world when women's boxing has not matured to the level of men's boxing. We need criteria to make easier to understand. Okay, Kate, let me help you out. James West Side. We're going to stop here, though. I'm going to help you out, Kate. I'm going to help you out. Who's greater, Sam Langford or Teofimo Lopez? Who's greater, Sam Langford or Teofimo Lopez? Langford. Wait a second. How big was a heavyweight? 170 pounds? Wait a second. I thought Cade brought up maturity of the sport. Was the sport more mature in Sam Langford days or more mature in Teofimo Lopez days? How are we even comparing it? How are we even comparing it? How are we even comparing it? Because they got balls. T.O. who? Men lie, women lie, the facts don't lie. This is a Facts Friday. Okay. So, I'm just going to say this. Just say, I don't value women boxing as much. That's your stance. Me, I value women warriors as much as men warriors. And what Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor is doing in Madison Square Garden, the highest pre-sales, second highest pre-sales in the history of the sport, men or women. I want to ask you guys something. I'm going to say this about Amanda Serrano. I want you guys to tell me how many boxers got five division champions, five or more division champions and undisputed. Tell me how many. Tell me how many. 5 division or more champion and undisputed. You tell me how many. You tell me how many. Give me some. Name some names. Name some names. 5 or more division champions and been undisputed. Name a name. Name a name. LJ, we spoke about that. If you can't hear, I don't know what to tell you. Name a name. I'll do it for you. None. Almost. No. I'll do it for you. Sugar Ray Leonard. Undisputed 5 division world champion. Oscar De La Hoya, no. Floyd Mayweather, no. Manny Pacquiao, no. Tommy Hearns, Amanda Serrano, 7 division world champion. That's right under Manny Pacquiao. If she beats Katie Taylor, she'll be undisputed too. If you got no love for that, then I don't know what's wrong with you. 7 division world champion. Manny Pacquiao, 8. What's the difference? If she wins this weekend, undisputed too. And fought in MMA and did that too. But you can't give no love. You like balls too much. So by this logic, is Afro Man a better rapper than Nicki Minaj? I don't know who Afro Man is. Good point. Will it last, though? It should. It would always last for me. Okay. Let's move on. That was my last point. We're 30 minutes in, so let's hurry up. Let's hurry up. You feel what I'm saying, Busy? Let's hurry up. Let's look at the receipts. Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. What do we have? What we have is the receipt. Receipts, motherfucker! Okay. Let's look at Oscar Valdez. Let's look at him real quick against Conceição. Let me tell you a little something about Oscar Valdez, and I think I showed you guys this before. When he's not punching first, when he's not punching first and on his back foot, things don't look so good, does it? When he's not punching first and he's on his back foot, things don't look so hot, does it? Boop, whip, miss, whew, pow. Especially when the fighter is a slick fighter. If he's a slick fighter and defensively and aggressively going forward, but defensively, Now watch what happened when Oscar Valdez is going forward. Uh-oh. He ripping to the body. You got Constantine. He's worried. He said, you're hitting me low. Bam. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now Valdez he got Constantine tired, walking backwards with his hands down. Look what happens here. He cheats here. He kept cheating, hitting him with rabbit punches. He ended up getting deducted a point out of frustration. Oscar Valdez moving forward. Bam, bam. Like Shakur Stevenson said, all of a sudden, he wins the damn fight. But off his back foot against a slick fighter. Aggressive, but defensive. Shooting a jab, being first. A lot of people think Oscar Valdez lost that fight. Shakur Stevenson is now stronger than Constantine. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. A lot of people said stuff like that about Floyd Mayweather. Didn't know how strong Floyd Mayweather was. Thank you so much, James West. God Melanin. Serrano is Bay. I'm mad biased for this fight. Classic either way. Flex on him. See, pow. Keep my wife's name. Hit the Tyson bell. Let me see. Let me see what you have to say. Keep up the good work, Biz. You're very entertaining. Thank you so much, my brother. But let's move forward. Shakur Stevenson. How well does he do stepping forward defensively? You see him against Jamel Herring. That's my guy. Look how he stepped forward with his feet. Look how he's first with the jab. Southpaw. He steps forward, but defensive. Uh-oh. Did he just feint? He's pressuring you and only throwing one damn punch. But you're moving backwards. Because he's so fast. He's so elusive. He has a great jab, good counter punching, that it makes you hesitate. Now he goes straight to the body. And what is he doing? He's collecting data, right? Collecting data. And eventually, he's stepping forward, but defensive. Whoop! Stepping forward, but defensive. Eventually, after collecting data, look what he's doing. Now he's walking down, beating the hell out you. Now he's walking down and beating the hell out you. You're hesitant. He was the bully without throwing a punch. Look how he goes to the body. Look at this. Boom. Then he swim without getting wet. And what does he do? Go right to the body. He's not being just defensive there. When he escaped, he landed a punch to the body. This guy who is not strong is breaking Jamel Herring off with his grown man strength. He's going to do that all day against Oscar Valdez. I told you guys. Don't be shocked if he steps forward, if he walks him down. Don't be shocked. You think Oscar Valdez, he's the hard puncher, right, and all those things. Well, sometimes the best way to beat those guys is to walk them down. Ask Triple G. Make sure you guys go to Relevnt. We're going to place a bet on this fight. We definitely have a safety net, right? Go over to Relevnt, check it out. We have a safety net, and that safety net is betting on the decision for Shakur Stevenson to win by decision, and there's a safety net if he doesn't. Hit the link in the description box. Go over to Relevnt when we place our bets, 6 o'clock Central today. We're going to talk about it, place our bets. We're going to have that safety net. I'm going to put my money on Shakur Stevenson to win by decision. Hit the Tyson bell. Make sure you're there on Relevnt. We're going live with Relevnt today, 6 o'clock. You guys know I got to place the bets for the fight. Huh? I've been winning too. See you at 6. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Okay. So let me ask you guys this. Now, did we get enough? I like the Triple G. Did we get enough for the receipts? Because now we have to move on to Tyson Gypsy King Fury not being a great fight. Huh? Because I'm saying some whacked out stuff to a lot of you guys. Amanda Serrano, if she beats Katie Taylor, she's #1 fighter in the world, in my opinion. Usyk 2, Canelo Alvarez 3. Clarissa Shields for. So, good enough receipts. Thank you so much. Everybody, those were the receipts. Where we at? Receipts, motherfucker! Flex on them. Another one. Thank you so much. Seep. I'm struggling. Pow! Keep my wife's name. Now look, I got some egg-shaped forms, okay? Tyson Gypsy King Fury. People jumping in my DMs saying, ShowBizz the adult. You're hating. You're hating on Tyson Fury. You're saying Tyson Fury is not an all-time great when I think he would have beaten Ali. He would have beaten Mike Tyson. He would have. He's 6'9", 280-something pounds. Good slick fighter, good jab, all those things. He would have. Let me tell you something. In my book, you're not an all-time great if you've only beaten an out of his prime Klitschko and Deontay Wilder. I can't do it. I can't do it. What I was excited about with Tyson Fury is that he can become an all-time great by clearing out the division and reigning. When he said that he had 5 more fights, when he said that he was going to fight an AJ, fight an Usyk, fight Dillian White, fight all those guys, Joe Joyce, all those guys, then now we're talking. But you cannot be an all-time great. Not even over Archie Moore, Gene Tunney, none of those boys. Because you beat an out of his prime Klitschko and Deontay Wilder. That's not enough for me. Why is our bar so damn low? Say it loud, ShowBizz. Ah! Facts. He needs 3-4 more. Thank you, B. Even BK. You can't get a bigger fan of Tyson Gypsy King Fury than BK. Especially when everybody called Deontay Wilder a sausage, a dosa. He's limited. He windmills. He's not that good. He's not that good. So you put your foot in your own mouth. I touched all the belts and the lineal title. Did you? Okay. Did you get it like Errol Spence from each fighter? Forget Errol Spence. Forget him. Did you get it like AJ? Or you got it all at once? Out of prime Klitschko. Bingo. Larry Holmes, Ali. You did what you had to do. Fine, I'll give you that. Klitschko was one hell of a legend. After that, Mater Schwartz be with you? Otto Wallin? Who? Really? White? Uppercut, knocked out by Povetkin, dropped by Oscar V. Is White really an all-time great fighter? No. So you have Wilder. Klitschko and Wilder makes you an all-time great, and I'm hating? Why your bar so low? The question is, why are you guys hating other legends? They actually said he had beat Ali. Called Elam. Ha! Hit the Tyson Bell. They actually said that. But you cannot be a great based off of what if. Who knows? Who knows? Dillian White probably would have beaten Gene Tunney. Gene Tunney is greater, though. So that's not even a conversation. It's not the conversation. Riddick Bowe probably would have beaten Rocky Marciano. But he's not greater than him. Period. So that's not the conversation. It's who's greater. Let me see. To be the best, you need to clear out the rest 100% and reign. And reign. We were just talking about women boxing. Let me tell you, Super Sticker, thank you so much. James West. That's about $40. James West out here. Preach biz. Okay, let me preach to you, Busy Beats. This is the problem with us not giving women their due. They got the bar so low for Tyson, for men, because we just love balls so much. We got it, the standard so low for men. Tyson Fury is an all-time great because he defended the WBC title twice. Katie Taylor defended undisputed 5 times. How embarrassing is that? I'm embarrassed as a boxing fan. Tyson Fury, one of the greatest ever. He's greater than Rocky Marciano. How many times he defended his title? Twice. Women, get them out of there. Really, Katie Taylor defending undisputed 5 times. Forget her. Why? She ain't got balls, ShowBizz, and I really love me some balls. I'm embarrassed. Spence and AJ was on the Thanos level. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. You box rec fact checkers going ahead and lie and say Fury resume is better than Lennox Lewis's. Whoever said that, get the hell out. Get the hell out. Get out. Fury good, but I don't know if he's top 25 heavyweight. He ain't top 25 in mine. Let me see. Serrano will be the next all-time great in women's boxing history. She already is. But absolutely. I'm about that. Love you, girl. That's how much we are on each other. We're all over each other. Good point. Because people are tribal. So us men, we're men in tights. We're men. Can a woman be great? No, because we're men. We're men. Men. We're trying our best. Number 1 versus number 2. 7-division world champion versus undisputed. This weekend, we sold out Madison. They're adding new chairs to Madison Square Garden. We sold it. Number 2 ticket sales in the history of Madison Square Garden. We're men. Men. We love our men. Men. Infinity War. Crawford is Hulk. Spence is Thanos. Ha! Look at Cade. Cade's give like $100 already. The thing about the women thing kind of feeds into what I mean. Who are these opponents that Katie Taylor faced? Is it only about the weight divisions she conquered? That's what I'm saying, Cade. You're like, I don't know the fighters. I don't know the fighters. She actually fought, Cindy Serrano? Amanda Serrano's sister? She actually fought Jessica McCaskill. Jessica McCaskill is undisputed now. Katie Taylor whipped that ass already. But Cade is saying, I don't know them, so I don't value them. Okay, do you want to go to BoxRec and look at Sam Langford's resume? Let's see how... When I say who's greater, Sam Langford or Teofimo Lopez, Sam Langford. You know the fighters he fought? But we're men. We're men. Men. Let's look at Sam Langford, his last couple, who I know is an all-time great fighter. But I'm just saying, this is the hypocrisy. Sam Langford. His last fight was against Brad Simmons, 15-8-2. Fight before that, young Jack Johnson, 24, 34, and 15. What's his name? Ballingahe. He's 28, 18, and 10. Tim Sullivan, 7, 9, and 6. He fought him again. He actually had a rematch with Tim Sullivan. He was 7, 9, and 5. Smiling Kid Nolan. He was 4, 15, and 2. Froland Gonzalez, his debut fight was against Sam Langford. Sidney Grant, 0 and 1. What else we got? Sam Olsen, 10 and 7. Jimmy Jam Berry, 23, 24, and 22. He fought him again. He fought him twice. Jimmy Jam, another time, 23, 24, and 22. 23, 23, and 22. Smiling Kid Nolan, this was the first time he fought him. 3, 12, and 2. Tom Riley, 0 and 7. We're men. We got balls. We're men. Just say it. That's Sam Langford. So just say it. I don't respect, I don't value women. So why do we disrespect Deontay Wilder's resume? I don't. I never did. I say his resume wasn't as good as AJ's. I said his resume was similar to Tyson Fury's. I said that 3 years ago. I said Deontay Wilder had a very short amateur background, so his first 60% of his fights was an extended amateur because he started his pro debut at 22 damn years old, so he had to jump to it. So he had to actually try to get better and fight a lot of tomato cans. That was just like an error, but he did it as a pro. I'm talking about me and what I said. This is what it is. Women's sports be looking slow, like they doing it in peanut butter. Women aren't men. Never said it. I never said women were explosive or as fast as men. They're not. They're women. But women can be great amongst each other. Just like lightweights can be great amongst each other. Heavyweights be looking slow and sloppy, but they can be great amongst each other. Really look at Dillian White versus Tyson Fury. Then watch Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. The skill gap is ridiculous. Look at Dillian White versus Tyson Fury. And take a gander at Oscar Valdez versus Stevenson this weekend. The skills gap is tremendous. But still, we can rate them. Because they're men. Don't get me wrong. Kate is amazing. I am getting into women's boxing. I'll admit I used to be biased, but I can see why people think men should be ranked higher. Because it's hard for men to say, okay, women amongst women, that's great. Men amongst men, that's great. So who's doing it the best against their contemporaries? Let's match them. I told you guys about the Olympics. Greatest Olympian of all time, some male track athlete. Number 2, a woman gymnast. A female gymnast is ranked number 2. How did you compare that female gymnast to that male track star? Well, amongst her contemporaries, she was greater. Oh. How can you compare Inoue to Tyson Fury? Well, amongst his contemporaries, amongst his opponents, he's better. Oh. So ShowBizz, how can you compare Amanda Serrano to men? Well, look at what Amanda Serrano is doing amongst other women, and look at what Canelo is doing amongst other men. Who is doing better amongst their contemporaries. 7 division world champion, undisputed. If that happens this weekend, she's the best fighter in the world. It's simple math. Simple math. Let me see. Show is OT time for a heavyweight tournament like BC did with welterweights to the Tyson Bale. 100%. 100%. That's necessary. It's simple. Pound for pound is based on achievements. A lot of things. A lot of things. Damn good point, Biz. It's very simple. But the thing is, you want to know why people can't do it? Men. Men. Men is men. So, last thing we're going to talk about. Love the show today. Dropping facts per usual. Thank you so much. It's a Facts Friday. This is the last thing we're going to talk about. ShowBizz, a new boxing network. Thank you so much. Let me get my black, no sugars. Let's talk about the whole snack ordeal. ShowBizz. Crawford never popped. Shakur Stevenson never popped. Mikey Garcia, Bubu Andre, so on and so forth. I think people have a hard time understanding what I'm saying. I was saying the hypocrisy. If you can look at Eddie Reynoso's camp and say they're all dirty over there, why can't you look at Snack and say the same thing? And your answer is going to be because none of them ever failed a test. And my response to that is because you never got caught doesn't mean you're not cheating. So why do you think they can get away with it? Well, who are they associating themselves with? Somebody who knew how to administer PEDs and not get caught. He wrote the book on it. That's all I'm saying. Hypocrisy. I'm not saying that Shakur Stevenson and them are on PEDs. I'm saying if you're going to look at one and have reasoning, look at one, it'll be a hypocrite not to look at the other. That's all. Big facts. That's all. Now you're asking me, ShowBizz, what do you think? They're all clean. I told you, either point your finger at all of them or none of them. They're all clean. Canelo Alvarez popped dirty for clenbuterol before he had to fight with Triple G. We all have our different feelings on that situation. But when he fought Triple G, he was clean. He didn't pop dirty for that fight. He didn't pop dirty afterwards. He hasn't popped dirty after beating a fighter. He never popped dirty. His whatever test results he got after a fight he never popped. Clenbuterol was at very minute picogram levels. I know when I watch a fight, he's clean. Oscar Valdez, he failed, not according to WADA. And that what he failed for, quote unquote, by VADA, that what he failed for was not a banned substance with WADA. And the sanctioning body, those who put on the fight in Phoenix, the Native American tribe in Phoenix, they go along with WADA. So, green light, he was clean. West Side, thank you so much. It's Tyson Bale, my man James West. WADA. He got swole out of nowhere. Who? Murata. Who got swole out of nowhere? Biz, I'm late, but I'm here. Love you, bruh. Hey, do you want to comment why they edited when Valdez called Shakur a woman beater? I don't know. It's okay for Valdez to feel awkward, but not for Shakur. I don't know. I really don't care. When it comes to, their domestic relationships and all that. I'm not into that so much. Let me see. He's talking about Shakur. Shakur got swole out of nowhere. I don't know about that. Growing into his man strength. He was a kid. My son, I swear overnight, is now a muscle-bound freak. He was a little skinny kid. Now he got muscles everywhere. He ain't on snack. I don't think he is. Keep love life out of boxing. Right. Right. We're here for the sport and the fights, not the drama, bro. Let me see. Swole out of nowhere. People grow up. Must be looking at muscles a lot. Hit the gym. Look in the mirror afterwards. You'll get swole. His manager requested for it to be removed. I think Karma knows a lot about Shakur. Like, I think Karma and Shakur, they must be homies or high school friends. Something she knows some stuff, bro. I don't know what it is though. The World Anti-Doping Agency considers phentermine a banned substance in the competition, but not out of competition. Oh, okay, yeah. So he was out of competition when he failed. That's right. Absolutely right. So he was clean for the fight. Absolutely right. Let me see. ShowBizz the Kid is on stuff. Right. He's on stuff too. I love snacks, Biz. 100%. Hit the Tyson bell. Okay, so last thing we're going to do is we're going to do the Twitter fight.
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers. Okay. I don't even know my Twitter fingers anymore, bro. Okay, we got 3 Twitter fingers. Here we go. Shakur Stevenson. They like Valdez. Me or any other fighter that's our color. Oh, shit. They like Valdez. Me or any other fighter that's our color couldn't have fought after failing the test. All right. I want to say this, man. I want to say this. Let's stop putting so many people over us because of our color. We're doing that to ourselves. Hey, that happened well for him. Yeah, because I'm beneath him because of my color. 2, me or any other fighter couldn't have fought. If Shakur Stevenson failed for phentermine or whatever it was called outside of competition, and he fought in Phoenix where WADA is fine as long as you didn't fail, it would have been the same thing for you too, Shakur. Same thing for you too. Same thing for you too. But Shakur's Hispanic too, right? Puerto Rican, or else that's like a lower grade. I don't know. Hey, Puerto Ricans, do you guys feel lower than any other race? All right, here we go. Clarissa Quote Shields just landed in New York, of course. Y'all knew I was coming to see Katie Taylor and Serrano in action. I'll be ringside calling the fight too. Wow. DAZN, this fight is history. And got Clarissa Shields. My man said, no, sir. Thank you, brother. We're all the same. Let's go. So this fight has Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor with Clarissa Shields calling it. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor with Clarissa Shields calling the fight. I remember watching a broadcast, not live. I ain't that damn old. But I remember watching a broadcast, a replay of Foreman versus Norton with Muhammad Ali calling the fight. I remember Alexis Arguello versus Aaron Pryor with Sugar Ray Leonard calling the fight. Sugar Ray Leonard said, "I'm glad I'm retired." I'll never forget that quote. "I'm glad I'm retired because these boys are going at it." Y'all don't have any love for that? Y'all don't have love for that? All three quotes going to be in a building. Y'all don't have love for that? Women are doing something special. Women are doing something special that men can learn from. And that's the black no sugars. Here's the last Twitter finger. Twitter finger. Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz is set for August 13th in LA, according to Ruiz's father. Wow. King Kong Ortiz versus Ruiz. August 13th in LA. Let's go. I got Andy Ruiz. The last time I saw King Kong, he one of the funniest, if you want to call it funny, made me laugh. One of the funniest knockouts I've ever seen. But he looked bad all fight. He looked done. I got Andy Ruiz. Let me see. Biz, I'm looking to get into betting on fights. Why should I choose BUSR over other betting websites? Come over to Relevnt. We'll talk about it. Come over to Relevnt 6 o'clock. We'll talk about it. The link to Relevnt is in the description box below. All right. But there are safety bets. You know, it's not just you take your money, right? How many of you guys got your money back after Jack Catterall was robbed in that Josh Taylor fight? There are huge perks. You took what I said wrong, Biz. Women are great for the sport. Hell, my favorite women fighter is Estrada. I just think women deserve their own list, but keep up the dope videos. Oh, okay. So here's the thing, Busy. Women, I have a woman's list, a men's list, and an all-inclusive list. I've been saying that for a year now, maybe over a year. I didn't say women don't have their own list. I have a women's list, I have a men's list, and I have a pound-for-pound all-inclusive list. I've been saying that for a minute. You haven't heard me say that? I've been saying that forever. And those, my people, are the Twitter fingers. Twitter fingers. My man said King Kong by Ruiz. King Kong by KO. Ruiz looked worse against Areola. No, he didn't. Dog, King Kong looked like it was over. King Kong looked done. King Kong looked bad. Like Andy Ruiz looked like he needed to get his shit together a bit, but King Kong looked like it's over, bro. Like after King Kong won, I was like, you should never fight again. Okay, so you got, let me see. Nas said Ruiz is the first fighter to get skinnier and worse. he better come out looking like Butterbean. Funny. All right, so you guys have fun. Anything you guys got a problem with? Don't hit me up later on the DM. Don't hit me up later on the DM. Anything you guys got a problem with? Huh? Flex on them. Keep my wife's name. See? Pow. You dropped something, player. Thanks, brother. I'll pick that up. Thank you so much, my brother. God Mellon is the truth. And Tyson Bell. He's getting to the bag, too. Keep my wife's name. Facts. Anything? I got a problem, Biz. One of many. What else we got? You got to tell me what the problem is. Nah, we good, Biz. Ready for tomorrow. Okay. So, everybody, I will be calling the fights tomorrow. Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. And according to Sully, Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano is going to be first. We're going to call both of those fights. I definitely, look, I'm happy it goes that way. It was going that way because if Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez was going to be at the same time as Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, I was going to call the more important fight, which is Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. I was just going to drop that on y'all tomorrow. But since we know it's at different times, fine. Let me see. Uncle Biz, I'm in the building. Much love to you. No old man Biz. Yeah, he's still hiding from Bomb Squad. Have you talked about Canelo versus Usman on Twitter? Yeah, I did yesterday. Great. Kate for the win. Have a good me, Biz. Much love to you. Keep Will Smith wife out your mouth. You gotta tell that to a few many men. Where G? He's like I said, he's hiding in the bunker. Let me see what else we got. Amanda by unanimous decision. ShowBizz the adult. I'm out. Don't go running into my DMs later, because I ain't seen nothing here. I'm out.